KPAL News Time is 7:39. Bernadette, Lee, and Brandon Comeaux here with you on this Friday morning edition of the show. And joining us now, candidate for Lafayette City Parish Council, District Seat number 8, Liz Webb Hebert in the studio. Liz, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Okay, so how glad are you that it's Friday?
I'm so happy it's Friday. Let me tell you. We were just saying I'll be happy when it's Sunday as well.
Yep.
But,
So how's the experience been on the campaign trail?
God. You know, it's as we talked whenever I first announced that I last year helping a friend of mine with his school board campaign, you know, I was so nervous, right? You know, you put your heart and soul on the line for this. You truly do. And I thought, I've done this before. I can run a race. Y'all, when I tell you, this has been a completely different experience. The first few months, let's see, I announced, I think in May. I think I was here in May. And since then, it's just been a up and down, up and down, up and down, you know, just the roller coaster ride of emotions. But it's been, I do not regret anything. I said from day one that I want to run a race that not only I will be proud of, but my husband and my in-laws and my parents would be proud of me for. And I can honestly say I've done that, and I have no regrets.
For people that are still getting to know you, Liz, tell them about yourself. Give them a little bit more of your background and why you're running.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm originally from Lafayette, born and raised, 32 years old. I went to Turlings Catholic High School. Turlings is playing STM tonight.
They are,
Big
yep.
game.
Yay, go
game.
Rebels. And I work at the Cajun Dome. I sell the arena and the convention center. I've been there almost 9 years now. I love Lafayette. I truly do. And the reason why I decided to run, I'd always had intentions. I've always been involved in the community. And my husband and I decided that we wanted to stay in Lafayette for the long haul after getting married a couple of years ago. I said, you know, I've got to have a seat at the table. We all know change takes time, right? Yep. Construction takes time. Planning takes time. And so I wanted to get in on the beginning part of the planning stages to make sure this is a Lafayette that I want to live in the future.
So what are people talking to you about when you've been going door to door and talking to folks? I know there have been probably a variety of different meetings you guys have all gone to. What are they really expressing to you?
Well, I think we all know traffic. Everyone complains about the traffic, right? And you know, it's traffic is it sucks to sit in. It's not fun to sit in, right?
Nope.
We all know that.
Yep.
But it's a sign of that things are going well. People are shopping. People are going to work. Those are all good things. But we certainly need to start planning better for our future. We keep saying that. I think the biggest thing people are saying, it's time to stop being reactive and, you know, building an additional road or building this. Is start planning for Lafayette because we're building out so far to Youngsville, Broussard. People are moving further out into Karen Crow, et cetera. We need to start planning for those roads now. We can't just build them halfway and then have to go back and rebuild them because they weren't built right the first time. So we're spending more money the second time than we should have done it the first time around.
So I'm curious on the issue of traffic and taxes. Just wondering where you stand. Are you in favor of temporary taxes, even such as the airport tax, being put into place? Would you advise against that?
I think we have a great opportunity to gain the public's trust back by these temporary taxes, right? This airport tax that we as a community approved. I think the biggest thing is that we have to make that tax a success first. We have to prove to the community that, hey, here's your airport. And we all know, I think the general public knows that an airport cannot be built overnight, that this tax is not going to end in November, and that we're going to get an airport in December, right?
Right.
I think that the role of the city councilman, me, would be to, hey, community, the tax has ended now. Congratulations. Thank you for doing this. Thanks for your support. Now, here's our timeline for this airport, and here's your update. I think we all understand that things happen in the construction process, right? Whether it's weather or things happen, but they want to know what's going on. Why are there delays? What's going on? And that's my role as the councilwoman, is to tell you about these updates and keep you posted on them. And I think that I honestly do not believe that we cannot come to the community with another temporary tax until we've shown them at least progress on this airport tax. And my goal is to stay on top of that.
I'm curious, too, from the standpoint of the different issues that we have with public safety in our community. You know, it's a mixed bag, I think, in a lot of ways. We have so much going for us here in Lafayette and our parish. At the same time, we've got some struggles that are still going on. Where do you sit on the issue of public safety? Do you have any ideas as to where you would like to see some things go, perhaps?
Well, you know, public safety, you know, we talk about a person's needs, right? And the first need is safety. If someone doesn't feel safe, nothing else matters, right? I think that's obviously the most important issue. I'm not the expert on public safety, right? I'm an expert on a lot of things, but that is not one of them, according to my husband. But we need to meet with the experts. We need to talk to them and the people where the crime is most present. Talk to them. What do you need? What does that community need? And we can't expect our police and firemen to go out there and keep us protected and keep us safe if they do not feel protected and safe. They need the equipment to be able to do their job. I have a friend of mine whose husband works in one of the departments, and he was saying that he buys a lot of his own safety equipment because he wants to feel safer out there. That's unacceptable. We cannot have somebody going out there day after day after day, night after night after night, not feeling safe. That's unacceptable.
As you've been walking the district, I know things beyond traffic have probably been brought up. What kind of issues have really resonated with folks that they're really saying, we need to pay more attention to this or that?
One that really, there's a few of them, but the one that really comes to mind to me that affects me the most, and part of why I ran, was that the accessibility and approachability of our council. Most people did not know what district they're in.
Right.
They don't know who their representative is.
Nobody goes to the budget meetings.
No one But you know what I mean? No one knows. Yeah. And that's something that I look forward to changing whenever I win, is for people to know that Liz Webb Hebert is their city councilwoman. I can call Liz. I can email her. I can Facebook her. I know where she works. I know this. One of my goals is to have a monthly email sent out, e-blast sent out to anyone who wants to be a part of it. You don't even need to be in District 8. And it's addressing these timelines that we talked about for this airport temporary tax, or what's Collie Saloon the Collie Saloon project. When's that construction? Where are we at with that? The South City Parkway extension is another big one. Where are we at with that project? And it doesn't even have to be just construction. It can just be great things that are going on in our community. Questions that people want to know, they can email me and I'll give the answer out.
It seems like that would be part of an excellent plan. We always like to give the candidate the last minute for a wrap up. So
absolutely.
In this last minute, talk to the listeners and the voters. Tell them about why they should choose you tomorrow.
Why you should choose me tomorrow. The future starts now, right? We need to start. We keep saying we need to start planning for our future, for a better Lafayette. And I had this whole other speech planned on why you should vote for me. But as I was walking here, checking Facebook one last time, as we all do in the morning at 7:30 in the morning, and a dear friend of mine, posted a video of his young daughter who's 4 and their son who's not even 1 yet, wearing the little campaign shirts.
Aww.
And it said, "Go Liz." I'm their Aunt Liz, and that's why. That's why for your kids, for your future grandchildren, for your families, I have the unique perspective of being 32 years old and being that person who, I'm not just looking to be reactive, of hurry up and fix something right now. I have the unique perspective that I'm living here the rest of my life. I'm that person who's going to be thinking forward in the next 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years for Lafayette, doing that better planning now. A program that I run for junior leadership of Lafayette, they're 17 years old, and yesterday we met for Local Government Day. And it was an incredible. These kids are so educated in local politics. It's incredible.
That's good.
And so we started talking about. They said they want to get more involved. They want to get more involved. And Kevin Blanchard over in Public Works said, "You've got to do it. You've got to be the ones to speak up." And we made the point of the South City Parkway extension is that in 10 years, that's going to be your project. If you are not passionate about it now, at 17, at 27, it will not be done, and you'll have to start all over again. So, and that's the great thing about the young professionals and the younger people in this community is that we're looking forward and to make progress, which is a good thing.
Liz Webb Hebert, candidate for Lafayette City Parish Council, District Seat Number 8, has been our guest. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you so much, guys. And don't forget to vote October 24th.
There you go.
I know we all wish it was kind of like September
next
year, right? We're all exhausted.
KPL News Time is 7:48. Coming up next, Gerald Jadis.